deposit actually guarantees you a further 100% bonus for extended casino play. 22bet is the home of bonuses. The 22bet June 22 promo is on. Switch to win. Switch to the platform crafted by bettors for bettors. And do not forget our promo code name still remains Guide GUIDE. Guide GUIDE. And here on 22bet we bet to play and we definitely betting to win. Welcome once again to the hottest evening sports show here in the capital. But let me quickly acknowledge my beautiful people out there, my commercial driver, my Uber, my Yango, my Bolt, my Shaxi, my Trotro drivers, as well as my myself drivers. That's the private car owners here and the capital and all over Ghana. I really appreciate your time every time joining us live on radio just to listen to Ben Osei Bonsu and the rest of the sports team on Guide Sports Extra. We really appreciate your time every now and then when the show is on. I'm actually so delighted and it's a privilege to have you to be my audience every time. I went to town and I've seen a lot of you putting your radios on Guide 91.5 FM. All I can say is Nyami Shiramunina and continue to put your dials on Guide 91.5 FM. This evening is all about the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana, because we have a big game coming up just in some few days time here in Accra. That's the 10th day of October 2024. The senior national soccer team, the Black Stars, are already in town and they are here for the double header against the Falcons of Sudan come Thursday at the Accra Sports Stadium. A lot of controversies surrounding our venue for this particular big game, but finally we are so glad that we are getting to play our home game here in Ghana. I was at the Accra Sports Stadium. I just got into the studio some few minutes ago just to get to see what exactly is happening in around the Accra Sports Stadium. The Black Stars players are in town, but unfortunately we only have 11 players reporting to come this evening for the training. We are hoping and expecting the other group of players to join camp from this evening at the Alisa Hotel. But spirit in camp looks so high. The 11 players that were training today really showed glimpses of optimism that come Thursday we are actually going to do nothing but only victory for the good people of Ghana. Everybody has been talking about the pitch, and the pitch has been the number one concern of every loving Ghanaian, soccer loving Ghanaian. And then a lot of people also had doubt about the quality of the pitch that we were seeing on pictures. But thankfully, I was at the Accra Sports Stadium, and I tell you what, please, we really need to appreciate the director of the Green Grass Technology, Mr. Frank Boyani, for doing us a favor of just putting the pitch in good shape in less than 21 days. I believe he used just 14 days to get the pitch to this particular level. And these are the pictures coming from the Accra Sports Stadium. These pictures live on our Facebook page are just pictures taken or videos taken from the Accra Sports Stadium earlier on today. My boss will tell you that armchair journalism is actually a crime and those people need to be arrested. You cannot be sitting in your studios and you're expecting to get stories to the audience out there without going to the grounds and then verifying yourself and then letting them know the truth on the ground. So these videos are coming from the Accra Sports Stadium where the Black Stars of Ghana had their first major training session before Thursday meeting the Falcons of Sudan. And then seeing the pitch, honestly speaking, I was so overwhelmed with what I saw. This is not about the painting mamming talk. Never. This is not painting maminto. This is the proper pitch that I saw during the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. So if Mr. Frank Boyani is able to do this within 2 weeks, and I believe if we had given him the contract for a good number of days, I'm sure he would have been able to get even almost all our sporting stadia pitches in the best of conditions. Every journalist there were so glad to see the pitch in this condition. And we are hoping come Thursday, the pitch would not be any excuse again to the Black Stars, because we have been fighting for them that we needed a good pitch so our stars can be playing quality football. But now, if you're listening to us via the traditional radio, please join us live on Facebook. Live on Facebook at GuideSports, to see for yourself whether BUB, Mitramontra, Naseme, Yobemo. Come and see for yourself. Just come and see what we have at the Accra Sports Stadium. And there are other projects also currently ongoing at the Accra Sports Stadium, where I'll be telling you more on this new development at the Accra Sports Stadium. They are actually doing one or two to make sure that come Thursday, everybody will come to the stadium and enjoy good football, good atmosphere, and good facilities at the Accra Sports Stadium. But before we get into the details of this whole story today, let me quickly give you some few tidbits in around the country and the world at large. Now, the 25 players invited by the doubleheader this month started arriving with France-based players since yesterday. So Mohamed Salisu, Elisha Owusu were the first to report to camp, and Otuado has led the team through sessions today at the Accra Sports Stadium. As I reported earlier on, we have 11 players, and for the 11 players, goalkeeper Jojo Wallacott is in camp. For the 11 players, we have Jojo Wallacott who is in camp, Jordan Pierre Ayew, Frederick Asari, Thomas Brendan Asante, Mohamed Salisu, Elisha Owusu, Gideon Mensah, Antoine Semenyo, Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, Starboy Mohamed Kudus, and then FC Samate's 1996 defender Isaac Afo. Let me quickly let you know the number of players that are in camp so far. We have 11 players that trained earlier on today at the Accra Sports Stadium. Goalkeeper Jojo Wallacott is in town. Goalkeeper Frederick Asari from Kumasi Asante Kotoko is also in town. Leicester City's duo of Jordan Ayew and Abdul Fattah Ishahaku are also in town. Coventry City's Thomas Brendan Asante is also in town. West Ham United's Mohamed Kudus is also in town. AS Monaco's Mohamed Salisu is also in town. Elisha also is in town. Alzheimer's Gideon Mensah is also in town. AFC Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo is also in town, as well as FC Samate's 1996 Isaac Afo is also in town, getting ready to defend the good name of Ghana come the 10th day of October 2024. Kickoff will be at exactly 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Now, the Sudanese contingent have also arrived in Ghana for this crucial encounter come Thursday. But they opened their campaign with a win against Niger before suffering a 2-1 defeat against Angola, which left them at the second spot with 3 points. However, Dr. James Kwesi Appiah is also determined to lead his side to upset Ghana to enhance their chances of qualification. Sudan will hold their final training session at the Accra Sports Stadium come Wednesday evening before the first leg on Thursday at the same venue, with kickoff scheduled for 4 p.m. So the return leg is also scheduled for October 14th at the Matters of February Stadium in faraway Libya. But ahead of this game, we have been speaking about the kind of conflict of interest where the coach of Sudan, Dr. James Kwesi Appiah, is a member of Ghana's executive committee. That's the Ghana Football Association's executive committee. But now, the Confederation of African Football has come. They have actually had to come in to make it clear that you cannot be serving on the GFA ESCO board and then at the same time be the head coach of the Sudanese national team. It doesn't look good for Coach James Appiah. But now, Confederation of African Football, they've actually given him an ultimatum. It's either you drop one or you take in one. And now, I believe the head coach of the Sudanese national team have just done the right thing to actually, to just relinquish one position temporarily to be able to be on the touchline for the Sudanese national team ahead of the crucial game on Thursday. So let me quickly let you know the communique coming from the Confederation of African Football sent to Mr. James Kwesi Appiah and then copied to the Ghana Football Association. So the subject is conflict of interest regarding your dual roles as Ghana Football Association Executive Council member and Sudan football head coach. Dear sir, it has come to our attention that you are currently holding two significant positions. One, you are a member of the Ghana Football Association GFA Executive Council. Two, you are the head coach of the Sudanese national football team. As you already know, Ghana and Sudan are in the same pool for the upcoming AFCON qualifiers. That's the name of the competition. The two teams are set to face each other come the 10th and the 14th day of October 2024, and your dual roles creates an apparent conflict of interest. This situation is contrary to the Confederation of African Football statutes and the FIFA Code of Ethics, For that reason, and to preserve the integrity of the AFCON qualifiers, I urge you to take immediate action to resolve this conflict of interest, including, at a minimum, temporarily stepping down from one of the two roles until the conclusion of the competition. I kindly request you to provide CAF with written confirmation and prove that you have taken the necessary steps to remedy the situation on or before Tuesday, 8th October 2024. Failure to do so will result in this matter being referred to the Confederation of African Football Disciplinary Board. I appreciate your prompt attention to this important matter. Yours sincerely, Confederation African Football. That's the Confederation of African Football. Signed by the Director of Legal Affairs, Felix Majani. Felix Majani has his signature on the letter coming from the headquarters of the Confederation of African Football. Now I have with me Justice Kobina Akom, who also has been following the story from the conflict of interest regarding Sudanese head coach, as well as his role as an executive council member of the Ghana Football Association. Justice, good evening and welcome once again to GuideSports Xtra.
Good evening, B.O.B.
Yeah, Charlie, how be?
Oh, everything fine, everything fine. We are waiting for Thursday.
Sure. Get closer to the microphone so my people can actually hear you. Okay, are you okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear yourself?
Yeah.
Sure, so this is where we are now. We have been talking about the conflict of interest where our former head coach is a member of the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association, and now he finds himself with the Sudanese national team. And then coincidentally, we have to play against Sudan in the qualifier for Morocco 2025. You understand? We have been clamoring for him to drop one of the positions. But now this is where we are now. The Confederation of African Football have come out clearly to make it known to Mr. James Kwesi that this actually does not look good for association football in terms of ethics. Do you understand? Because you cannot be working for country A and then you work for you also on the other executive position of another country, and now you're going to be playing together. Now, if the Executive Council of the FA would have to meet and plan on the downfall of Sudan, you have to be in that meeting. It's not going to be so good for football. The main reason why the Confederation of African Football made it clear that conflict of interest regarding your dual roles as Ghana Football Association, Executive Council member, and the Sudan football team head coach. Now, Justice,
Yes, sir.
after you saw this communique coming from CAF, what was your initial thoughts on this?
Well, thank you. The first thing I said was that we shouldn't have gotten here. CAF shouldn't have reminded us that this was a matter of conflict of interest.
We should have known better?
Both the Sudanese FA and the GFA should have known better. Because in corporate governance, this is unacceptable. And we have level-minded people at our FA who should have known better. Because the draw came out in July. Since July 2004, we knew that we would play against Sudan. The first thing Coach James Kwesi should have done was to relinquish his post as the ESCO member. Because the ESCO oversees the affairs of the Black Stars. And I believe he being the Sudanese national coach was a non-starter for him to still hold the position as the GFA ESCO member. So we should have known better. We don't need CAF to come and tell us this. Oh, we have big men like Dr. Andy Abe, Mr. Mark Ado. They should have known better. How can a captain serve in two ships? No, it's not done anyway. Yeah, because we shouldn't wait for this. I mean, I can describe this as an embarrassment. Yes.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
An embarrassment?
Yes, it's an embarrassment. We shouldn't be told what you are supposed to do.
So who should we be blaming now, where we are? Should we be blaming the FA, Kwesi Appiah, the Sudanese national team?
The FA should take the majority of the blame.
The Ghana Football Association?
Yes.
They should be taking majority of the blame?
Yes.
Why?
Because they had an ESCO member who before, he even got, I think he was appointed September 2023 and he won the election in October, if I'm right. So immediately he was appointed, he shouldn't have even qualified to be part of the ESCO member, because you can't be a national team of another country whereby we find ourselves, as in we are in Africa, and you are still an ESCO member of a different country. I've never heard of this before, because this is a clear breach of the CAF statutes and the FIFA code of ethics. So we shouldn't have even gone here. The FA should take the majority of the blame.
The FA should take the majority of the blame.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So now that he have been told to just put one road down temporarily, do you think after these games, or let's say at the end of the qualifiers, Kwesi Appiah will be coming back?
He shouldn't come back. I believe we have capable men that can equally manage the affairs of the GFA, as Kwesi Appiah has been doing. With his experience, he knows Black Stars in and out. He can't be managing. So what if we go for another draw and we find Sudan again? He will also relinquish his post temporarily again? No.
It's supposed to be a permanent thing.
It's supposed to be a permanent thing.
He should be off.
We can't be doing matra. This is like about posse, about posse. No, you can't be doing that. Yeah.
So you believe after the qualifiers, Kwesi Appiah should just be told to just drop off, and then we get another person on executive
immediately
council.
after our second leg in the Stade Matthias, he should just resign honorably. Just resign. He shouldn't be forced to resign. This is no brainer. You are not supposed to be forced to resign. Whilst you are dealing with two nations in the same competition, you shouldn't be told to resign. Just do the honorable duty and resign.
But what is so special around the Executive Council of the Football Association for Kwesi Appiah not to drop this thing way back? Because we have been talking about this.
That was the
for
first
long.
question I asked myself.
What is so special around
Dr.
the Executive
Randy Abe
Council?
said,
Is it about something that they are getting? He doesn't want to lose that. Because I believe working with the Sudanese national team, he's getting to be paid better.
Yes.
You tried to mention something about Dr. Randy Abe.
Yes. He said the ESCO members, they are not being paid.
Okay.
And they work as a pro bono and they are just giving allowance. Hey, so you can't just drop allowance and chase salary. Then there must be something special about that. They should let us know. Because you can't tell me that I have a work I'm doing that I'm being paid on a full scale, but I can't drop my part-time job. No, it's not done anyway. They should let us know what's special about that ESCO that they all can't relinquish their posts.
I will come back to that matter, but let me continue with my tidbits and then hold on for a minute. We'll come back to this story again. Okay. Yeah, still on the tidbits on the show. Now it is clear that Dr. James Kwesi Appiah has to just drop one position temporarily to make room for the big game on Thursday, because the Confederation of African Football, it's against their code of ethics. It's against their code of ethics. But I believe we were saying this way long until we are getting here. But maybe, I don't know what is so special around this team. But Ghana. Now, we are still expecting some other players to join the team in camp for the big game on Thursday. I didn't mention earlier on that we only had 11 players to train early today at the Accra Sports Stadium. Now, the Sudanese contingent are also in town, and then they are also waiting for Thursday as to where they are training. I'm yet to get to the exact location where they are training, so we can also get videos and pictures to show to our faithful people out there, so they also get to know exactly what it's really happening. But the CAF Confederations Cup 2024-2025 group stage draw also has been held, and for Confederations Cup in Group A we have Simba. In Group A, CS Faxien, CS Constantine that eliminated our Ghanaian club, and then we also have Bravos du Marquis also in there. And then for Group B, we have RS Bekani, Stade Malien, Stellenbosch, and then CD Lunda. So for Group C, we have USM Algiers, ASEC Mimosa of La Côte d'Ivoire, Jara from Senegal, and then Orapa United also, I think. Okay, Orapa United is coming from, that's Botswana, yeah. Orapa United, they are coming from Botswana. And then in Group D, for the Confederation of the Confederations Cup, I beg your pardon, Confederations Cup, we have Zamalek from Egypt, El Masri from Egypt, Eyimba Club of Nigeria, and then we have Black Bulls also in the group for the Confederation Cup. In the CAF Champions League draw that was made, we have Group A, TP Mazembe, Young Africans, Al Hilal, MC Alger. We have yes. So for Group A, we have TP Mazembe, Young Africans, Al Hilal, and then MC Algiers. So if you're looking at the Confederations Cup, we have another Algerian side in there. That's USM Alger. So USM Alger, and for the Champions League, we have MC Alger. So these are two different clubs. So if you are not just paying attention, you might think I'm just repeating names. But one is USM Alger and the other one is MC Alger. So the MC Alger actually they are playing for the CAF Champions League. So for Group B in the CAF Champions League, we have Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa, Raja Casablanca from Morocco, Asfar Club from Morocco, AS Maniama Union from Congo. And then we have for Group C, we have Al Ali Club of Egypt, CR Belouizdad from Algeria, Orlando Pirates from South Africa, and then Stade Abidjan from Cote d'Ivoire. In Group D, we have Esperance Club of Tunis from Tunisia, Pyramids FC from Egypt, GD Sagrada Esperança also in there. I think they are coming from Angola. And then we have Joliba de Bamaka. Is it Bamako or Bamaka? Okay, Joliba is coming from Mali. So if you're watching the draw carefully, you can see that in the Confederations Cup, we have as many as how many Egyptian clubs? We have Zamalek in there. We have Al Masry also in there. And when you come to the CAF Champions League, we also have Egyptian clubs in there. Al Ali, it's also in there. And then we have Pyramids also in there. You see, it's unfortunate that there are no Ghanaian clubs representing in this season's CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. No Ghanaian representation in there. But we are hoping as time goes on, we are making a great comeback into the CAF interclub competitions. FC Samates and then Swatraman FC tried to get to the group stage, but unfortunately their best was not enough to get us qualification to the group stages of the CAF Champions League. Now, the second batch of the Black Galas is reported at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence, Pram Pram, on the 7th of October 2024 in preparations towards their upcoming African Nations Championship. Now, the players that have been invited for the second phase, I'll be just giving you their names. Okay, so I don't know if you can just project their names. I don't know the second batch screening. Frederick Asari, he's with the Black Stars. I don't know why his name is still in there. Frederick Asari is here, but Emmanuel Kobe is also getting the invitation. Daniel Afeju, Kofi Ban, Emmanuel Kute from Asante Kotoko, Edwin Tufo, Labaran Majid Alidu, Isaac Afo, it's also with the Black Stars. Ali Mohammed, Kwame Eshon, Ishaka Mohammed, Gideon Anaba, Justice Blake, Manuel Mante, Hafiz Ibrahim, Walid Neyman Fusaini, Baba Yaya, Emmanuel Entry, Sa Kodia Dennis, Emmanuel Owusu Boache, Derek Fojo, Saka Dauda, Peter Akwa Hamidu, Abdul Aziz Misbao, Steven Amankona, Emmanuel Mama, and then Alex Eso. So these are players invited for the Black Stars second batch for screening, and head coach of the side, Marcel Didi Dramani, is making sure that he will be getting us a formidable team to get us qualification to the next CHAN competition. But earlier on, that was just Friday, the coach of Hearts of Oak was so furious about the timing of the call-outs for the CHAN team for the preparations, and he was fuming that he had about 5 players invited into camp, and then they were released later on Wednesday or so, and they had to go to camp, and then Friday they had to play that big game against Aduana FC, and unfortunately they were unable to win that particular game, and he's attributing some of the troubles of Hearts of Oak to the collapse, the wrong timing of the collapse of the Black Galaxy squad. I don't know whether he has a fair statement on that. If you are getting your players invited and you complain, then I believe your players should not be invited, because not only Hearts of Oak players were invited into the Black Galaxies camp. We had players coming from other teams, and they also played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Others were scoring. So if your players are just not good, they are not good. If your team or just you are also not getting your tactics well, because a player like Mizaki Free for Brekum Chelsea, he was also invited and he had the opportunity of scoring. Do you understand? We had players also from Asante Kotoko. They were part, and they also had the opportunity to play for Kotoko, and they won their game. So if Hearts of Oak are not winning, does not mean because they were called up to the Black Galaxies camp, they didn't have enough preparations for that particular game. But we'll be dealing with these matters if we have time. But today, I want us just to be dedicating much of our time for the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars. And now, so the results from match week 5 of the ongoing Ghana Premier League. On Friday, we had Hearts of Oak drawing 0-0 with Aduana at the University of Ghana Stadium. Then, the Saturday game, we had Mediama Sporting Club also hosting Pando Heart of Lions at the TNA Park in faraway Takwa. And then that game also ended 0-0. Mediama 0, Hearts of Lions 0. And then on Sunday, Asante Kotoko beating Accra Lions by a goal to nil. Kerala United also drawing 1-1 with FC Samates 1996. Instructorman FC beating Legon Cities by 3-1. Legon Cities, I don't know what the problem is with Legon Cities. They have a very fine coach, Parkwesi Fabian. But unfortunately, they are yet to get a win in the ongoing Ghana Premier League. At the BBNE Dance Park, Gold Stars also beating visiting Bechem United by 1-0. Brecum Chelsea also beating Young Apostles by 1-0 at the Golden City Park. Dreams FC, unfortunately, playing their very first game at the Tuba AstroTurf, had to taste defeat against Nations FC. Nations FC, all the way from Abrankasi, beating Dreams FC at Tuba AstroTurf pitch just last Sunday, that was yesterday, by 1-0. Vision FC also visiting Baseke Holy Stars by 1-0. So on the standings of the league table, we have BBNE Gold Stars leading with 11 points, goal difference of +3 at Santi Kotoko at second. So this is the official standing coming from the Ghana Football Association. Dreams, BBNE Gold Stars are leading with 11 points, followed by Kumasi Asante Kotoko also on 11 with 3 goals. Mediama Sporting Club dropping to the 3rd position because of their drawn game against Bando Heart of Lions last Saturday. Nations FC, after beating Dreams FC, find themselves on the 4th position with 9 points. Vision FC, surprisingly, are lying 5th with 8 points. Brecum Chelsea are lying 6th with 8 points. Bando Heart of Lions are lying 7th with 7 points. Instructorman FC 8th, FC Samates 1996, the defending champions 9th. Kerala United 10th, Hearts of Folk 11th. Young Apostles FC 12th, Bechem United 13th. Accra Lions 14th, Baseke Holy Stars 15th, Ediana FC 16th, Dreams FC 17th, and then Legon Cities are carrying every team on their tiny shoulders. So Legon Cities are just carrying the rest of the 17 teams on their tiny shoulders. For match day 6, we have Accra Lions, who will be at home and they will be playing host to Brecum Chelsea. Bando Heart of Lions will be playing against Vision FC. Young Apostles will be playing against Hearts of Folk. Young Apostles will be playing against Hearts of Folk at the Wenchi Sports Stadium. So Hearts of Folk are going out of Accra and they're going all the way to Wenchi against new entrants Young Apostles. I believe this is going to be one tricky game for Hearts of Folk. I was at the Legon Stadium last Friday night and I'll tell you my opinions on this current Hearts of Folk team. FC Samates also will be at home against Xtra this weekend, and then Baseke Holy Stars will also be at home against Kerala United. Nations FC will be at home against BBNE Gold Stars. Ediana FC will be at home against Dreams FC, and then we have these postponed matches. Legon Cities against Asante Kotoko has been postponed. Bechem United's game against Mediama Sporting Club have also been postponed. And now Asante Kotoko Mediama Sporting Club are set to make history by fielding a joint team for an international friendly against the Major League Soccer side DC United. This exciting encounter is scheduled for October 12, 2024 at the prestigious Audi Field in Washington, D.C. The decision to unite both clubs for the match represents a groundbreaking moment in Ghanaian football. Asante Kotoko, known for its rich history and dominance in Ghana's Premier League, and Mediama Sporting Club, a club that has steadily risen to prominence in recent years, will pull their talents for this unique challenge. The combined squad is expected to showcase the best of Ghanaian football on a major international platform. Mediama Sporting Club has already announced the players selected for the trip, and the combined roster will likely feature a blend of experienced players from both clubs. This collaboration is not just a showcase of talent, but also an opportunity to strengthen relationships between the two clubs and to promote Ghanaian football to a wider audience. The match will take place at the Audi Field, a state-of-the-art facility that is home to DC United, one of the most recognizable teams in the Major League Soccer. The friendly will provide an opportunity for the joint Ghanaian teams to test their skills against a top-tier opponent, further elevating the profile of Ghanaian football internationally. This initiative highlights the growing interest in African football across the globe, and it serves as a platform for local players to gain international exposure. Fans in Ghana and the United States alike are eagerly anticipating the match, which promises to be a thrilling encounter. I will be waiting patiently to see Asante Kotoko and Mediama Sporting Club are having a joint team going to play against a club in the Major Leagues side. I don't know, Justice. I don't know the reason for this, but I'm not so sure the explanation. It's totally out. We do not know why Kotoko and Mediama had to come out and then form a unit to go and represent us.
For the avoidance of doubt, me, I'm a full-time Kotoko supporter. Let me put it out.
Oh wow!
I'm a full-time Kotoko supporter, and I'm not happy with this. According to the VO for
Babaya, yeah, Kepler. Okay.
Kepler made a post on X saying that it's because the organizers couldn't get the visa for the full team of
Kotoko.
And recently, Mediama too went to
the US.
Yes.
So they still have some valid visas
there.
Yeah.
And they even have ex-players who are not playing football now, but they are homes. But because their visas has not expired yet, they are being asked to join the team. This is a total disgrace. If you say it's a exhibition match, don't go with the Kotoko brand. Take players from Kotoko, but not with the name of Kotoko. You can take players from Kotoko and go with your team.
But if you are saying you are believing that, or let's say Kepler is saying most of the players were unable to get their visas, the reason why they have to just rely on Mediama Sporting Club and getting them players to represent the club, don't you think it is wise to just also go to Mediama? Because it's not so appropriate. Because Mediama, when they also played against DC United, they also had the same problems. Not all players had the visas.
Even some of the officials, even Atapoku ended up as an official for Mediama because he's in the US currently. Okay. And he ended up as an official for them. But why will you organize a game and the organizers can't get a full visa? If it's a game, I believe the organizers...
You see, the organizers have no control over the issuance of the visas. The organizers have no control over that. If you really want to travel to the US, okay, you need to go through the proper formalities, okay? You pay for your visa fee, and then you fill your